Using CLIL and Wiki in collaborative learning. Presented by Vladimíra Froldová, who currently works at Secondary School for European Union Administration in Prague as a teacher of English and social science. Since 2012, she has been studying a doctoral study program at the University of Hradec Králové. The aim of this presentation is to report learning outcomes and overall experience in collaborative learning through CLIL in social science lessons supported by integrative learning technologies. The main learning objective was to enhance English communication skills, particularly functional language for academic and general purposes in classroom situations through collaborative learning. Moreover, the pedagogical experiment was supposed to show the extent of students' effort to create and use collaborative materials for their learning. Research sample design and methodology. The pedagogical experiment was carried out at the Czech Secondary School for European Union Administration in Prague. The school has more than 800 students, whereas all study English and 2 modern languages. To support meaningful communication in English and enhance English communication skills, one class of 30 students was taught social science in CLIL by means of Wiki. The students were exposed to 45-minute lessons a week during the previous school year. They were divided into 10 groups of 3 students for the whole course. During the course, the students worked both individually and in teams. They were also assessed individually or collectively, depending on given tasks. Each student had unlimited access to teachers' materials, which were displayed on a wiki and a class collaborative pages. 3 stages of teaching and learning process. The teaching and learning process has been designed to promote maximum communication without omitting other language skills. The whole process consists of 3 stages. The first stage includes presenting new knowledge or information to students by the teacher with the help of the Wiki platform, a text analyzing activity or an expert group activity. The teacher is a guarantee of transferring basic knowledge to students so that they are able to gain an insight into the whole issue. The second stage represents active learning. Students are responsible for seeing the issues in context and developing their own experience. This stage has 2 phases. In the school phase, students work in pairs or teams on activities which encourage them to use general classroom communication skills. During the home phase, students work within the Wiki environment. Each student has their own portfolio page where they submit their homework, usually based on comparing ready-known information with just learned information or give an opinion on related issues. The students give a short assessment or self-assessment on a current learning issue or their performance during a lesson. 3 stages of teaching and learning process. The third stage deals with creating students' own learning space via the internet. Students work in teams of 3 on a team or collaborative wiki page. The whole team contributes to their page after each lesson. Students should post their reflection on a lesson as well as they should add some materials concerning their interests or needs. The team members can see each other's portfolio pages so that they can be inspired while working on their task at home. They comment members' contributions and react to their comments. The whole communication is supervised by the teacher, who irregularly posts their own comment and assesses the content of the page from subject content or foreign language point of view. Wiki Environment. The Wiki is a website allowing users to create and edit pages easily and collaboratively. It can serve as a tool for synchronous and asynchronous communication and also enables students and teachers to keep track of any changes made into students' contributions, which might build their awareness of students' learning process. Furthermore, it might serve not only as a platform for a teacher's assessment of students' progress or frequency of contributions, but also it might provide the information about students' interests, motivations, and giving space for creativity. Communication. Including functional language for academic and general classroom situations into teaching and learning process depends on a variety of factors. For example, overall learning outcomes, the specific objective set, the degree of complexity of the input, or the student's experience with language. Functional language should be taught as a separate introductory activity or introduced within the lesson. At the beginning of the course, students were handed out a list of the most useful phrases for general classroom situations. During the lessons, the students were asked to use the phrases as much frequently as possible and fill into the list any new phrases they needed. The page with phrases was also on a wiki, and students freely added new phrases. Research results. What do 30 students think about this new approach in teaching and learning? Answers are displayed in table number 1. All displayed questions are taken from a post-course questionnaire containing 37 questions divided into 4 groups: general learning skills, CLIL language skills, cooperation, collaboration, and Wiki Environment. Research results. Results show that although 70% students work on collaborative materials, more than 90% use them for their learning. 80% students consider doing homework on the wiki as an important part of their learning. More than 70% students stated that their communication skills, including language for academic and general purposes, had been improved. Implementing Wiki Environment into lessons had an impact on about 90% students' motivations to learn not only the subject but English as well. Only 30% students improved their computer skills, which might reflect a user-friendly attitude of the wiki. Conclusion. The students most appreciate the fact that they are able to speak on different topics in English, they can express themselves in many different ways, and they are assessed not only by the teacher but as well by their peers, team members. Most of students are in favor of cooperating in teams, even though sometimes it was very challenging. A few students who do not like working in teams, they consider the whole idea of CLIL and using the wiki neither motivating nor contributory to their studies. In conclusion, it can be stated that the experiment has approved the idea of implementing CLIL and Wiki platform into teaching and learning process. Next step will be to focus on integrating more learning skills into lessons. Although learning skills are an inevitable part of school curriculum, they are not fully integrated into teaching and learning process as they should be. References. Thank you very much for your attention.